Hey guys, before this video starts, I just want to let y'all know y'all can start posting on my community now. That's right, y'all can start posting some stuff, but only if you subscribe to my channel, and also make sure you don't post anything crazy on there, because YouTube's not going to allow that, and I'm not going to allow that, but only some positive stuff. Y'all can like discuss about anime, y'all can post anime, some scary stuff, and also some other nerdy stuff we can talk about. And we can also connect together. What y'all think about my videos and all that stuff. What I can improve and all that. I recently made a post saying, I've been thinking about this for a while. And I was wondering, if I do other gaming genres than just horror, would y'all watch it? And y'all can vote for that now. And y'all can post that now on the community. So, that being said, let's get on to the video. I love you guys. Peace. Hey guys, Fam here, and welcome back to another reaction video. Now, The Spy Creepypasta. Made by two German idiots. Now let's make sure. No wait, two idiot Germans. I got them mixed up. Now, this is the guy that, or guys, that made The Blight, as I previously reacted to in my other video called, what is going on in the server, what is happening to the server, as that was my first time seeing something like that. In Team Fortress, we see a conjoined, Blight turn into a monster with other players' death. And yet I question, if you die in the game, do you die in real life? Or does it hack your account on Team Fortress and you cannot have that account anymore? I don't know, because that really took me off guard when I don't know what happens after that thing catches you, as it corrupts you. Anyways, in this scenario, when I saw the thumbnail, it's involved with the spy that says, right behind you. It has to be a type of creepypasta that spy comes out complete nowhere from behind and kills you by stabbing you to death. But with that being said, let's get into reaction. Let's get into the video.
I'm not sure if I should or shouldn't tell this story. Chances are nobody will believe me, as I no longer have any proof, but I feel, for the safety of others, I have to talk about the spy and why you should be as afraid of him as I am.
Because he disappears and reappears behind you.
The story takes place on October 27th, 2012, a few days before Halloween. I was looking forward to...
Wait. Why is if you're on a computer, why is your computer shows a battery on there? Shouldn't that only be on laptops?
Hanging out with my friends and doing our annual movie night. On this night, though, I chose to stay home and play Team Fortress 2. My favorite class was the spy. Challenging, but rewarding. It was so addicting to play. I even had the outfit for a cosplay at my local game and anime conventions.
And also furry conventions. Look it up, someone actually did that. Honestly, I can't even play as a spy. It was too hard for me to play as. It takes a lot of practice and effort to try to be a perfect spy on there, since I hardly even get enough time to play Team Fortress. Also, last time I went to a convention, I went as Roanoa Zoro from One Piece. If you guys want to see that, picture, comment down below if you want to see that picture of me in a cosplay outfit.
As well as a butterfly knife, so I could learn how to do the flips and tricks. As you can tell, I'm a freaking nerd, but I'm proud.
Hey, same here, man.
Gaming is a passion for me, and Team Fortress 2 was easily one of my favorite games. During this time, the Halloween event for the game was going on, and I was trying to get the achievements and special items that were available that year.
Dude, last time I tried that event, I tried to get the second opinion for the medic. I had no luck.
So I was playing sniper with the huntsman, primarily so I could kill Marasmus when he showed up. Everything seemed fine until I was killed by a spy. The kill cam came up and it was someone named Spy, with no hats or unlocks of any kind.
Well, that's embarrassing.
I thought to myself. And here I thought I was so good at the class, and I ended up being killed by a new player. At least, I figured he was a new player, considering his loadout. Oh well, I went about my business and continued to play. I was in the middle of fighting Marasmus and was killed by Spy again. And it was odd because I thought I was doing well to prevent him from backstabbing me. Clearly he wasn't a new player. He was smart about avoiding till I was completely distracted. So I figured, why not play Spy as well? It could be fun to play against someone who obviously knew what he was doing. So I went Spy and played as normal. I went about stabbing and shooting people, trying to find him so I could go toe-to-toe with him in a Spy duel. But I could never find him. So I went about going after his team instead. Just before killing an enemy medic, I was killed yet again. Same player.
This guy's good,
I thought. His timing was perfect. I
Too
decided
good.
to check the scoreboard to see how many points he had, but there wasn't anyone named Spy. I was a little disappointed. I figured he left the server and decided to go ahead and go back to trying to get the achievements again, when I was backstabbed by, who else? Spy. And to add insult to injury, there was a message in the server chat that said,
"You are an amateur and a fool."
I was getting a little bit agitated. I could never seem to find this guy before he killed me. And I would keep seeing the same thing every time when the camera zoomed in. A spy with a stock loadout and a smile on his face. Yeah, a smile. Like he was grinning at the fact that he killed me. I decided to just quit and come back later, but I was still a little agitated. Not at the fact that he kept killing me, but the fact that I tried to look for him, even checked the scoreboard for his name, and there was nothing. Who the heck just
That's
leaves
odd.
for a brief moment, then comes back to kill someone? I admit, it worked. But how would they know I was looking at that particular point in time? It just didn't make sense. I joined a non-Halloween server,
It's probably an
deciding to play
NPC.
Badwater, one of my favorite maps for Spy. I was having fun up until I was killed by a spy, and it was him again. Same look and name. Only, he seemed different somehow. The texture was changed a bit. His suit looked darkened due to aging, and his face looked pale. The same thing kept happening. I would try to look for him and would still end up being killed. And, like the other server, I didn't see him on the scoreboard. He ended up dominating me, and I saw a message in the chat again.
I'm going to gut you like a Cornish game hen.
A little disturbed, I asked my teammates if they saw this guy, or if he was killing anyone. They all said these spies aren't that good, and weren't having any problems. I asked them,
What about Spy?
They said they weren't being killed by anyone with a name like that. While I was typing another message, I was killed by Spy yet again, and asked if anyone saw that. I saw this reply.
Do you have a bind or something? It keeps saying you killed yourself.
I stopped. I must be losing my mind. So, there's a player
No
who
way.
only I can see, who I know is killing me, but nobody else is seeing him in game, or his messages in the chat. And to everyone else, it looks like I'm suiciding,
This is crazy. How does any of this make any sense?
I said to myself. Then I saw another message in the chat.
May I make a suggestion? Run.
Then my game froze briefly, and it said I was disconnected from the server. A little creeped out, I decided to join another server. The map was upward. We were still at the first point. I picked Soldier, and
Maybe the spy can figure out how to hack in real life. So it's like an in-game entity that spawns where you spawn. Yeah, that has to be annoying and also creepy. Like, you don't see this person's name. You don't see, like, on the scoreboard that he's in the game. He just shows out nowhere. Sounds like an unknown entity that chose as his victim and has decided to choose you.
started moving out of spawn. I checked around the spawn door. Nothing. So I started heading to the front line. Checked my back once. Nothing. Moved a little further. Checked it again. Still nothing. I decided to rocket jump the rest of the way and looked back behind me while I was jumping. I saw him standing still as I was flying in midair, only for a brief moment, then cloaked and disappeared. I decided to hell with this, and went back to find him. I searched above, in the tunnels, by the edge of the cliff, nowhere to be found, so I started moving towards the front line again, trying to check my back every so often. He wasn't stabbing me this time. I would check my back every so often, and see him just standing there, looking at me, before cloaking and running away. I would chase him, but I figured it was pointless. I'd never find him. It was like chasing a ghost. No matter what I did, I would never catch him before he killed me. He was toying with me. He knew I couldn't do anything to stop him. And eventually, I gave up looking for him and tried to have some fun, blasting people with my rocket launcher and blowing up. I was having a good time for a while. Then, as
Until
I
he
was pushing the
backstabbed you.
cart, I was backstabbed again. And this time, I was legitimately freaked out. I saw him again. But this time he was zombified. His suit was torn and raggedy, with dried blood on it. His right arm and leg had its bones showing at the knee and elbow, and the balaclava was now over his skull. The flesh was gone. It shouldn't have scared me this much, since it was part of the Halloween event. But after everything that has happened up until this point, I was scared at the sight of this dead spy. I left the server, and decided to check my recent players list. Surely there was something there. Every player has a Steam profile, right? I looked at the list and there he was. The name was just Spy, and the avatar was the spy himself, a close-up of the face with a twisted and evil grin that went from ear to ear. And his eyes, they had a tint of red in the pupils, almost demonic. I checked the player profile page, and the image was still there, that evil smile, looking right at me. He had no location, headline, or player introduction. The page was almost entirely blank. I looked at his Team Fortress 2 stats, and he had a total of 44,204 hours logged in game.
Damn.
No way.
I looked at his player stats. All of his hours were with Spy, and he had over 1 million points, and his longest life matched his playtime, meaning that this player, whoever or whatever it was, never died. I did the math, and he had been playing since October 10th, 2007, the day the game was released. I went back to his profile page, and the headline had changed.
I'll be seeing you.
I was freaking out. I know that wasn't there a few moments ago. All of a sudden, I heard this loud noise coming from my speakers, like a siren. Then a blue screen came up, realizing that my computer had just crashed. I rebooted it back up and got to the login, typed in my password, and was greeted with nothing on my desktop. Nothing. No shortcuts, no background, nothing at all. Explorer was still
backstabbed
working,
your
and I could
computer,
still
I
navigate
bet.
the taskbar, but a small amount of static could be heard from my speakers. I figured then that I must have gone to some kind of fake Steam site and downloaded a virus, and decided to do a quick scan of my computer. I, for whatever reason, lost my connection, so decided to reconnect. I updated my antivirus and malware software and began scanning. I also started up Steam and was getting ready to send a ticket to Steam support. Whoever this bastard was, I was going to report him. This was more than just some typical hacker or something. It was like I was being stalked. I checked my recent players list again. His name was still there. I clicked on his name and got a 404 error saying the page did not exist. I refreshed it as many times as I could, but the result was the same. I closed Google Chrome and decided to check the scan. Suddenly, every program I had open crashed. My taskbar disappeared and the static increased in volume. Then the black background changed into a horrific image that I will never be able to forget. The image of the spy, grinning from ear to ear, appeared again. But worse, the spy was now a decayed corpse. You could clearly see where bits of flesh used to be and a smile was showing, with some teeth missing. The right side of his face was blown out, like he took a shotgun blast to the face, but he still had bits of his eyeball where it used to be, while the left eye stared directly at me. It was yellow with some small red cracks in it, similar to how yours would look if you went a long period of time without sleeping. And while this image stuck on my screen, I hear one of the spy's voice lines booming from my speakers.
I'm coming for you.
I don't know about y'all, but I would actually have that as a wallpaper. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. If I had that type of power on Team Fortress, I'd be one of the most horrifying characters on there. Well, one of the most horrifying players on there. That has to be like the best troll prank. If someone decided to do that type of prank, if it was a prank.
Then I hear him laughing. Normally at first, then increasing in volume, and slowly becoming more and more distorted and twisted, looping over and over, creating an echo in my room. My ears were ringing as it kept getting louder and louder. I covered my ears, but still it was cutting through, piercing my eardrums. I reached for the power cable and pulled it out, shutting my computer off instantly. I've reformatted my computer since then. I had no choice. After that incident, my computer wouldn't get past the Windows startup screen. I had to reset my computer to factory settings to get it working again. Since then, my computer has been running fine and I've been able to play other games. I told my friends and family that my computer crashed and I had to reset it, but I never told them about what I saw that night. Team Fortress 2 is obviously on my Steam account, but until now I haven't installed it. I'm downloading as I type this, and I hope that by sharing this with you, I'll be able to play it again without shaking. I miss the game, but I can't get rid of this fear I have of the spy hunting me in my real life. I've been having nightmares since then, and they always play out the same way. I come home at night, and as I'm trying to unlock my door, I feel a knife being plunged deep into my back, and being pushed down, ripping through my spine. The spy's decaying hand over my mouth, and his eye looking directly into mine, laughing as I bleed to death. And every time I wake up sweating, with my butterfly knife in my bed.
Oh, how your favorite character turns out to be a most fearful character you can ever imagine. From liking someone to not liking someone anymore that haunts you. I feel like that actually happened to someone else in another story, but I just can't think of it. That was a good story right there. Just imagine that spy, that zombified spy is just constantly after you, haunting you until the day you die. That has to be a real nightmare in your when he keeps haunting you in your dreams, like some Freddy Krueger type. First he haunted you in his computer, now he's haunting you in your dreams. You have to go through that when you're trying to play Team Fortress like a normal fan. Even if they told that horrific story, I don't even think no one would have believed you. And me just hearing this story, I find it hard to believe. But yeah, there is no way I can think of to try to fix that type of situation without getting hunted down by that spy over and over. The best thing I can say to you, man, is just uninstall Team Fortress and never look back, man. That's all I can say. Since all it does is keep on haunting you when you play TF2, since that's the only time it will keep on haunting you. Well, PC-wise, I don't know about your nightmares. I don't know how to tell you about that. I guess you're going to have to hire Freddy Krueger to help you out with that one. You might want to also go to therapy and have a dream catcher to help out with your dreams. But anyways, though that was a good story, and I really liked that one. It just reminded me of the video when every TF2 characters had to go through a zombie apocalypse, and Spy ended up becoming a zombie, just like that we saw on screen. It was a music video though, but I wouldn't mind reacting to that, but I ain't trying to get copyright strike because of the music. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed that little reaction video. If you did, make sure you scare that like button, stab that notification bell, make sure you share my videos, make sure you subscribe to my horror content, or the spy will haunt you. It will hunt you down in Team Fortress and give you nightmares, just like the man telling the story. If you want to have sweet dreams and play TF2 peacefully, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, peace. Subscribe, or he'll be coming for you.
I'm coming for you.